Welcome to Clean With Me podcast. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Ronnie.
This is a podcast where we literally walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together.
Thanks for joining me. In today's episode, I am going to talk you through cleaning a bathroom step by step. If you're not feeling motivated right now, maybe you need to slip into some shoes or run a brush through your hair or even make a cup of coffee. Pause the episode and make a cup of coffee. Whatever it takes, it's time to gear up for your bathroom cleaning session. Pause if you need to. This is going to be a short episode, so I'm going to get right into it. The first thing that I do when cleaning a bathroom is take out the trash. I'm probably going to be tossing some things in the process of cleaning the bathroom, and of course I don't want my bathroom wastebasket to overflow or anything like that, so that needs to be emptied often. So if you have some space in your wastebasket, you might want to look around real quick for anything to toss in there, whether it's empty shampoo bottles or just some other form of trash in your bathroom. Grab that up real quick, toss it in the wastebasket, and then quickly take that trash out. I feel like one of the obstacles to cleaning the bathroom that can maybe cause us to procrastinate at times is clutter. The actual surface cleaning really doesn't take long, but when we clutter up our countertop or someone in our family is dropping things on the floor and the bathroom is messy to begin with, that can make the idea of cleaning the bathroom a little bit daunting, I guess. So once you've taken out the trash, it's time to remove clutter from the bathroom. Maybe you have towels on the floor, laundry, no judgment here if your bathroom's kind of a disaster, or maybe it isn't. Maybe you just need to gather up your cleaning supplies and get to those surfaces. Sometimes we have different standards in different bathrooms. For example, your guest bathroom might just need some surface cleaning, whereas your bathroom might have stuff spread out on the countertop. Whatever your situation, you're going to want to clear surfaces, and you probably also have some things that go on your bathroom countertop. For example, your toothbrush holder, your soap dispenser, and maybe something else. Maybe you keep your contact solution there, or you have a little dish like we do in our kids' bathroom. There's a little dish for putting jewelry in and things like that. So a lot of times with things like that, I will either set it out in the hallway or I'll set it somewhere else. In my bathroom, I'll set it on the ledge around my bathtub. I'll move everything to that ledge. Just remove things from your vanity and your floor so that we can get to the next step. The next thing you'll do once your trash is taken out, your floor is picked up, your vanity is cleared off, is put some toilet bowl cleaner in the toilet bowl and give that a swish and then let that sit. Now, I will say this. Oftentimes when I go to bed, I'll put toilet bowl cleaner in the toilet so that it can sit overnight. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll scrub it. But this is just a speed clean. You might be expecting company. You might not want to leave a chemical in the toilet for whatever reason. Little kids, pets, what have you. My dogs know when it's safe to drink out of the toilet. Well, I should say dog. One of my dogs does unfortunately drink out of the toilet, but she doesn't do it if there's a chemical in there. Obviously, she kind of sniffs it first. It's not that we don't have water available. We do, but just some dogs do that. I know it's kind of weird, but is what it is. So animals will be animals, folks. Anyway, you want to put that chemical in there and let it have time to do its work. And if you have a window in your bathroom, now would be the time to open that window. But some bathrooms don't. In that case, you just keep the bathroom door open for ventilation purposes. So, and I say give it a swish because you want to make sure that you're coating the entire bowl and getting up under the seat. So you'll take your bathroom cleaning tool, your toilet, you'll take your toilet scrubber and give that a little switch to make sure that the bowl is coated before you let it sit. Okay. Once you've done that, the next step is to clean your vanity, your bathroom countertop, so to speak, and sink. And I don't usually talk about which products to use for cleaning, but I am thinking about opening up an Amazon storefront so that I can link to all of the products that I use because a lot of you do ask about them. However, I don't always use the exact same products, so it'll take me a while to I'll probably include a lot of different things on that store. So it takes time though. I've got a day job, so bear with me on some of the things. I've also mentioned that I might design some sweatshirts and t-shirts with some of our slogans, so to speak, and that's going to be fun too. I'll get to it when I get the time. But it's time to clean your sink and countertops. Sometimes the products we use in the bathroom depend on our surfaces. If our vanity is made of granite, we will use something different than if it's a different material. You want to use a product that's good for the surfaces that you use. I typically use something that contains bleach for the actual sink basin because mine is white. So I will use like a Comet or an Ajax. Those are also really cheap. The bleach powder. If you're not familiar if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what I'm talking about, those are powdered bleach products. But I will wet my sink, make sure it's coated with water, and kind of splash that around, and then I'll sprinkle some Comet or Ajax, and then I will scrub that either using a washcloth or something else. I usually use just kind of a white cleaning rag to scrub that out. I usually use a Windex on the countertop, or if I have plenty of these, sometimes I'll use those Swiffer pre-moistened pads, and those do well also on the type of tile that I have on my countertops. But if you have granite, you're probably using a spray of some sort. Whatever you use, it's not important. And once you've done your sink basin, your countertop, the next thing you're going to want to do is clean your mirror and your faucet. So for that, typically I do use a glass cleaning spray. You could also use a multi-surface spray. I'll admit I don't love the feel of microfiber cloths, and I don't use them for everything, but they are great for mirrors and windows. So 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm using. You could also use a paper towel, but it might leave some little bits of fuzz or whatever. But it works in a pinch. And sometimes you could even just pick up a t-shirt off the bathroom floor and use that. And there's tried and true newspaper. Doesn't matter. Don't get hung up if you don't have the perfect products. There are times when I'm cleaning and I'm out of something and I just improvise and use something else to clean with. Whether it's wiping the mirror with a t-shirt because I don't have a microfiber cloth handy, or using a different spray than usual or whatever. And you can even just clean with a vinegar and water mixture, things like that. So the point is just getting things wet and wiping them down, and ideally disinfecting them as well. I'm not big on this thing where people just clean with water. I don't get it because I don't want, it's not that for one, I feel like I should be killing germs, but that's not even the main thing. Like, I don't like the idea of having to just scrub super hard. It's not going to be easy to whiten your white sink or your white bathtub with just plain water. So I don't get that. Maybe the people who do that are cleaning so often that it never gets dirty to begin with. I don't really get that. But when I'm in a mode where I want to do something that's kind of non toxic, like I've done this when I was pregnant, I'll buy one of those dish washing wands that has the space in the handle for the dish soap. And I'll get one specifically for the bathroom. Obviously, I don't go back and forth from doing dishes to cleaning the bathroom with the same tool. I'll get one for the bathroom and I'll make a Donegal mixture. I had a lady on the show a long time ago. Her name was also Ronnie, but she had an accent and she pronounced it Donegal. So you'll mix your Dawn dish soap and your vinegar 1 to 1 in the handle. And that's a way that you can clean your sink and your bathtub that is kind of natural. I'd rather do that than plain water. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying that everything always has to be antibacterial or a disinfectant, but there is kind of a comforting aspect of using that stuff. But even just to get rid of the dirt, you need some type of a cleaning agent other than water, unless you're going to be scrubbing real hard and real often. Okay. So, anyway, that's my little rant there. But once like I said, once your vanity and your sink are clean, you're going to be shining up the faucets and the mirror. I typically use like a Windex with vinegar and I spray the mirror and I shine up my faucet. The reason I'm using the one with vinegar is because they say that's good for hard water and stuff like that. So once I've gotten my mirror, sink, faucets, vanity, that's all pristine, I'll go ahead and put the other items back at that point, or I might do it at the end, I guess. But that's that. The next thing I'll do is turn my attention to the toilet. I will continue to let that toilet bowl cleaner do its work while I clean the exterior parts of the toilet. And I've never said this on the show before because it's kind of new to me, but I saw a video where they used a dry duster to dust around the base of the toilet before cleaning it. Because you know how sometimes that dust turns grimy once you get it wet or whatever? You can dust before cleaning. And another thing you could do along the same lines is to take your vacuum and use the attachment to suck up dust around the base of the toilet, behind the toilet. That may not be necessary if you're cleaning your bathroom every week, but if it's been a minute since you cleaned your bathroom, you may want to remove some of the dust first. Of course, then you'll want to sanitize your vacuum attachment, maybe with a disinfecting wipe because it's been down there around the toilet. And of course, that dry duster probably isn't going to be what you use everywhere else. I'm not a germaphobe in the sense that I have to disinfect everything all the time, but I do avoid cross contamination. So if I use something to clean a bathroom, it's not going to be used anywhere else. Let's put it that way. Anyway, once you have pre-dusted or whatever, cleaned around the toilet area just to remove any dust, you're going to want to just wipe down the exterior parts of the toilet. I usually use disinfecting wipes for this. You can also use paper towels and your favorite cleaning spray. You can also use Comet or Ajax and a rag. That's probably the most cost-effective way. That's the way my mom did it. I prefer to use something disposable. You will wipe the seat, behind the seat, the rim, around the hinges. You can remove the seat once in a while. Most times you can just detail those hinges. And then, of course, you're going to clean the flusher handle, the back of the toilet tank. You're going to clean all around the toilet bowl. You're going to clean all the way down to the base where those bolts are, or maybe those bolts are missing. I don't know what it is, but if you've been in a house for a while, the little bolt covers, not the bolts aren't missing, but those bolt covers oftentimes are missing, is what it is. You can probably replace those, by going to a hardware store or something. But anyway, you're going to clean that. And whenever I'm down there, and I know I can talk faster than you clean, take your time, but whenever I'm down there and I'm cleaning the base of the toilet, I also clean the floor around the toilet and the wall behind it in case there are any misses, but also just because your mop is not going to get back there very effectively. You know what I mean? You're mopping kind of the easier to access areas. Those harder to reach areas are better to clean by hand, unless it's a small bathroom and you're going to be cleaning it by hand anyway, and you want to save that part for the last step, you can. But that's the yuckiest area, so I would use a different rag or whatever, for the rest of the floor. That's just me. By now, your vanity, your sink, your mirror, your faucets, your toilet are all clean. You could either move on and work on the bathtub or shower. I am going to make a separate episode for the bathtub or shower coming up. So that could be a separate project. And I've got already, I'm not sure if I have an episode for that yet, but that could be a separate project. And let's face it, we don't wash our bathtub and shower every week. Most of us don't. I do kind of clean the tub as I'm getting into it. And a lot of times I will keep the little dish wand with the Dawn dish soap, 1 part Dawn dish soap, 1 part vinegar in the handle. It's not the same one I use for dishes, obviously, but sometimes I will keep that in the tub to kind of clean the tub as I'm draining it and getting out of it for those in-between cleans. For the shower, sometimes I'll keep a shower cleaning spray in there. So I don't always make a big project out of those. And when I do, it's separate from when I'm cleaning the whole bathroom. I'll just take, 15 minutes to just scrub and detail my shower or whatever in a different session. But maybe you want to touch up your bathtub or shower. When I clean the bathroom, though, I do check for empty shampoo bottles. I check if I need to restock shampoo, conditioner, face wash, soap, whatever. I kind of, throw away old razors, things like that. But I keep the deep cleaning kind of separate. I do it in a separate session. Okay, so it might be time for you to sweep and mop your bathroom floor. You can also vacuum your bathroom floor. If you do, just sanitize that vacuum attachment if you're using it around the toilet and whatnot. On my small bathroom, I like to kind of clean the floor in one fell swoop using those pre-moistened Swiffer pads that go on like the kitchen Swiffer mop. I'll take just one of those pads and wipe the bathroom floor kind of in the same way you would wipe down a countertop with crumbs in it. You're kind of grabbing up any sediment while you're also wiping it down. That kind of allows me to sweep and mop the bathroom floor in one step. I also use those pads on the baseboards. So that's one way I clean a tiny bathroom. My guest bathroom / kids bathroom can be quickly cleaned. It's not even worth bringing the mop in there. It can be quickly cleaned by hand. Whereas in my bathroom, in the master bedroom, it's kind of a large expanse of flooring. So I do a traditional sweep and mop. But of course, I clean around the toilet during the toilet cleaning step. And I like to use a string mop. Just be cleaning your bathroom floor, whatever that means for you, however you do it. I like to use a string mop for cleaning around the toilet, if I am doing kind of a stand-up clean around the toilet. But if I took care of that during the toilet cleaning step, I can clean the floor however I want, even with a Swiffer or whatever. So anyway, make sure you clean your baseboards and that area where the baseboards meet the wall if you have time. I say this a lot, but when I'm sitting on the toilet, I will notice if the area where the wall meets the baseboard is a little dirty. And so I feel like my guests are noticing that too. So I like to make sure that I keep my bathroom baseboards pristine. They get kind of grimy, I think, possibly due to just all the products we use in the bathroom, the humidity from steaming it up, the hairspray, all the things. So those baseboards need a lot of attention. So last but not least, it's recovery time. Maybe you need to bring back some bath mats that you removed, or maybe those are in the laundry room and you're going to wash them this time. Maybe you need to hang some fresh towels, restock the toilet paper. Like if you keep your toilet paper in a closet or in the other bathroom, it's always good to have at least an extra roll other than the regular roll so that a guest doesn't, or even just a family member doesn't have to ask for another roll of toilet paper. I have a little basket unit thing on the back of the toilet tank in my kids' bathroom. So when I'm in that bathroom to either straighten it up or just to use it, I will always check to see that there's toilet paper on the roller and also one in that basket, at least one. Something I did at another house is I used to create a pyramid of toilet paper. I just thought it was kind of fun. The rolls, you kind of stack them in a pyramid formation on the back of the toilet tank. That might not work if your cat or your kid's going to mess with it, but that's something that I used to do when we didn't have a cat. Okay. I'm not sure that my cat would even mess with it. Each cat has its own quirks. Like our cat likes to get into the not toothpicks. Our cat likes to get into Q-tips and carry them around in her mouth, and it kind of looks like she's smoking a cigarette. It's really bizarre, but that's her quirk. And this isn't really a quirk, but she tries to get into a large house plant and do her business. So I have put foil in that plant to keep her out of it. I just put foil over the top of the dirt. Somebody did recently ask me to talk more about cleaning up after pets. Speaking of the Swiffer wet pads, a lot of times I get the pet ones. Anything that's designed to remove pet odors, I like to use since we have 2 dogs and a cat in here, and we may be immune to any odors that arise. I mean, our animals are potty trained, but still, you want to get rid of any pet odors, and, accidents can happen as well. I hope you got a lot done during this episode. It's time to put your toothbrush holder back, your soap back, your bath mats. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to bonus content. We don't really expect you to, but we want you to know about it, and we appreciate it when you do. We've got 2 free episodes per week, but we also have bonus content. So if you're listening on Apple, you can just click Start Trials. You'll see an episode that's locked. You can unlock it by starting the free trial. You can test it out, see if you like it. It's very affordable, and it will allow you even more, more cleaning motivation. More episodes equals more cleaning motivation. And I'm going to be making even more bonus content soon. So if you signed up and you're like, 3 episodes a month, don't worry, it's going to be more. I'm increasing the number of episodes I put out per month just to show my appreciation for your support. You'll get a more comprehensive program if you subscribe to bonus content, because you'll get more of your house done in a shorter time period, just the way we rotate the topics and whatnot. You'll get the complete experience with that bonus content. If you don't have an iPhone or Apple device, no worries. Go to cleanwithmepodcast.com, and there are links there to support Jessica or myself on Patreon, and you'll get to listen to the same episodes that way using any device. You can also help us out. There are ways to help us out that don't cost a dime. You can give us a 5-star rating and review on whichever podcast app you use. We do see those reviews, even though it doesn't give us an option to respond to them, and we don't always know who you are, but we greatly appreciate those reviews that have been coming in. That helps us. Doesn't cost you anything but a minute of your time, and it helps us. Another way to help us without spending a dime is to follow us on social media. If you are on Facebook, search Clean With Me Podcast. We have a Facebook page you can like or follow or both. So definitely check that out. You can also support us just by watching us when we go live on Facebook or TikTok. We don't have enough followers on TikTok to go live yet, so following us helps us get closer to the point where we can do that. Anyway, I know that's a lot, but I'm not asking you to do all of that. I'm just asking you to follow us somewhere, okay? Even if it's just on the podcast app you listen to, be sure to click follow. Every little bit helps, but most of all, just keep listening. I appreciate each and every one of you, and as always, happy cleaning. I'll talk to you in the next episode.